Hey guys, what is up? Sleeping Knight 77, aka Kyle, and welcome to my trick room. This is my week 8 team builder against LynxForte in the Anaheim Farfetch'd for your Montreal 2 Canadiens. Now, Lynx has been on a bit of a slide. I believe he's on a 2-game losing streak. I, of course, lost last week to Professor FX and the Mutulus FC. I have not fought King Bub yet, so of course I am still a game behind, as you can probably tell by the record on the layout. I have one less game than Lynx. So, Lynx was 4-1 going into his 2-game skid, so he is a very competent battler. He's just unfortunately ran into a couple buzzsaws lately, unfortunately for him. So hopefully we can kind of take advantage of this slide that he's on and pick up a win for ourselves and get back in the winners column. Of course, as you can see on the screen, I'm going to post his team on the screen this week. It's going to be Celesteela, Sylveon, Goodra, Mega Glalie, Nidoking, Delmise, or Delmise, however you pronounce it. I don't want to offend anyone, I guess. I don't know. I pronounce it Delmise. Blaziken, not Speed Boost form. Keldeo, Electivire, Lycanroc, Midnight, and Kecleon. His Z-move users are his super Z-move user is Blaziken, and offensives are Electivire and Nidoking. All in all, it's a very scary team. That Celesteela, Sylveon, Goodra core is very, very scary. And it's definitely something that I want to take out very early. But again, I guess it's not something that I'm going to be able to do because again, it is Celesteela, Sylveon, and Goodra. Sylveon, of course, being a very good Wish passer, wow, and Celesteela and Goodra being very good at living hits and being able to take those wishes. Of course, he also has Electivire, so Xurkitree's probably not the best bring. Mega Glalie hits very hard. He's swept 6-0 with Mega Glalie before. So all in all, he's got a very, very good team. I predict Celesteela, Sylveon, maybe Goodra. He's also got Blaziken, which I expect bringing, Lycanroc, because I'm pretty sure he told me that he was bringing it just for the lulz, and then Electivire as well to counter Xurkitree. But of course, some things could come as well that I could not expect. So, without any further ado, though, we're just going to hop into what I am bringing for the week. Number 1 here we have Arcanine. It's got a Leftovers Intimidate set, a kind of a bulky set. It's got max HP with 36 attacks, so it actually does some damage when it hits. Got 92 defense and 124 special defense to try and even out those defenses as best I can. I want it to be a little bit more defensive, so that way it can take maybe a Lycanroc hit and fire back with a close combat, as well as it counters Sylveon very well. It kind of counters Delmise a little bit, even if it does have EQ/Rock Slide. With that Intimidate and then having a little bit higher defense, it can fire back with a Flare Blitz. So as you can see, I'm bringing Morning Sun, Close Combat, Flare Blitz, and Wild Charge. Flare Blitz and Wild Charge, of course, do have recoil damage, so the Leftovers and Morning Sun is going to help out with that a lot. This is again kind of to counter stuff like Delmise, Mega Glalie, obviously, and is a very good Celesteela counter, so I feel like I need to bring it this week, just because it's Arcanine and it's very good at what it's supposed to do. Next up, we have our Tapu Fini, who, unfortunately, I'm not very good at using, and I'm sorry, Tapu Fini, I love you, but I wish I could use you better in singles. It's got 140 HP, so that way it can live a hit from a Specs Sylveon. I'm pretty sure I calced it for even 20 special defense. It's got 20 invested special defense, it's got 12 defense as well. It's got 116 special attack, so that way it hits stuff like Lycanroc kind of hard. That way, after Nature's Madness, I'm pretty sure it takes down Nidoking, obviously. But what this 116 special attack does allow me to do is Oko Blaziken after rocks. Definitely, it gives me a 75% roll with no special defense, no HP, fully offensive Blaziken. Otherwise, to Oko with Surf. So that's what this set is intended to do. It's also got enough speed to outspeed Blaziken, so that way it doesn't get a hit off. Again, Haze, Nature's Madness, Surf, and Moonblast. Moonblast, of course, hits Keldeo. Surf hits, obviously, the aforementioned Blaziken. Nature's Madness hits everything else, just for half damage, because the more and more I wear his team down, the more and more there's stuff at the end there. Muck and Staraptor can kind of clean up the game for me. Next up, we have the scummy Necrozma set of Iron Defense, Calm Mind, Moonlight, and Stored Power. Now, one thing you will notice on his team is that he does not have a Dark type, bar Protean Kecleon. So, obviously what this set is designed to do is to set up Iron Defenses very quickly, set up Calm Minds, heal up with Moonlight, and then just click Stored Power and win. Obviously, with no Dark type, he has no way of stopping that. Again, bar Protean Kecleon. Obviously, Lycanroc can crit me, which I hope doesn't happen, or I hope I'm at full when it happens, because with the bold and defense investment, it does allow me to live a Jolly if he's adamant. I'm pretty sure it kills me with a crit, even from full, but it will allow me to set up leg stuff. It will allow me to heal up and set up another Iron Defense. What the speed does is allows me to outspeed, max speed, timid Sylveon, so that way Sylveon bar Scarf, which would be a weird set. It would allow me to outspeed Sylveon, so that way Sylveon's not doing any damage to me. But it also allows me to set up on most Sylveon sets in case of anything, so it's got 140 special defense. Obviously I want to live a Sylveon hit. It's got 28 28 defense with a bolt nature, so that way it can live a defensive hit and set up an Iron Defense and live another defensive hit while I heal up. Of course, the Calm Minds will allow the 4 special attack to be boosted by a numerous amount, and of course Stored Power is just Stored Power and is going to hit everything for massive damage depending on how much I decide to set up. So yeah, is it a scummy set? Yes. And do I like using it? No. Will I ever bring it again? Probably not. But he doesn't have a Dark type, so we're gonna roll with it and see how that set ends up. Next up, we have Little Yachty, our Alolan Muck, running Assault Vest, Poison Touch this week. The Assault Vest and the investment that it has been given allows it to live a Specs Hyper Voice from Sylveon and Oko with Poison Jab. It's also got Knockoff to hit Dumb Eyes and anything else and knock off their item. Bar Keldeo, I need to watch out for that, of course. It's got Pursuit, so I can Pursuit Trap stuff like Dumb Eyes. And it's got Shadow Sneak to hit, excuse my squeaking, I hope to get a new chair soon, but it's got Shadow Sneak, so that way I can hit with priority on anything that is already low, and it allows it to basically get O-code without me getting any damage done to it. But again, Assault Vest this week, not a Berry, not Black Sludge, will allow me to live a Specs Sylveon hit. Next up we have AFI, we have our Staraptor coming back with the Choice Scarf. Scored Choice Scarf Reckless set. Got Close Combat, Double Edge, a Rave Bird, and U-Turn. Max Attack, Jolly. This investment allows me to outspeed anything that isn't Scarf Keldeo. I believe it allows me to outspeed Scarf Electivire was the next thing that I was worried about, so it allows me to outspeed Scarf Electivire. Obviously, like I said, Scarf Keldeo, I will get outsped by, which is a thing that he could bring this week, but I am rocking out with Close Combat at Double Edge, Brave Bird, and U-Turn, in case I want to get some momentum right off the bat. I can just choice Scarf U-Turn, see what he wants to switch into, and just put him on the back foot immediately, and give me a little bit of momentum, a little bit of forward momentum, which is something that I tend to not have going into these matches. And of course we have our Stealth Rock setting, Thunder Waving Ferroseed, with Knockoff and Gyro Ball this week. Not Toxic, not Spikes, but Knockoff, just to knock off some items. What this investment allows me to do is to live a Choice Specs HP Fire from Sylveon, as well as, I believe, I forget what else I was count to live from that special defense and HP investment with Eviolite. But again, it's got Stealth Rocks, Thunder Wave, Knock Off, and Gyro Ball. So all in all, that is the team this week. We will bring Arcanine, Tapu Fini, Necrozma, Alolan Muck, Staraptor, and Ferroseed. So the match will be up tomorrow. Of course, the match has already happened, so please leave a comment down below as to what you think I should have brought. If you would like, again, anything else different to go on with these team builders, please let me know, of course, in the comments down below. Until next time, guys, I am Sleeping Knight 77, and I'm going to go to sleep. Good night.